right. This is my first review of in-ear buds. These are the E8 by B&O Play, Bang & Olufsen. Say that three times fast. Bang & Olufsen, B&O Play, E8 is the whole name. Now, these are version 1. Version 2, there's really two differences, okay? Two differences. Version 2 is slightly better, longer battery life in the case. And when the case holds a longer charge is what I'm trying to say. And the case is also Qi-enabled wireless charging. So as far as the sound is concerned, to the best of my knowledge, there is no difference whatsoever between the version 1 and the version 2. I believe the version 2 also has updated Bluetooth and maybe aptX technology, but for the most part, that's it. So 2.5 things different. So that being the case, and you can see there's some damage here to the box, and given that I purchase everything that I review, I don't get sent anything for free, so these opinions and discussions are all my own, hence why down below, if you would like to, you can donate via PayPal or GoFundMe, so I can do more of these for you. But these guys, because it was a dented box, but sealed, it's just a dented box, I got these for $120. They usually go for about $150 to $180, and the new ones, brand new, are $350. No, not happening. Especially if the sound signature is roughly the same thing. So what you get in the box, and I already opened it because it was a damaged box. Getting it open was not the easiest thing in the world. So essentially, if you want to know real quick before you continue to watch this video, how to charge these guys, here's how they sit. I'll throw up some pictures that I took in the gym. But the right one is the main controller, so you can put the right one in your ear and you can still listen to music and make calls. But if you take the right one out of your ear and put it in the case, everything shuts off. However, the interesting thing is to pair these with your phone or whatever you're using, you actually touch and hold the left ear, the earbud. That's what I'm looking for, the left earbud. So you just touch and hold for like that for I think 3-6 seconds, and then it'll pair up. So let's get to what's in the box. You get a bunch of ear tips. Now, if you do get these, whether you get the new one, the 2.0, or these older versions, I definitely recommend playing around with the tips that they provide you. Because, a few reasons. One, to be a more comfortable fit. And you also get, I'm diverging here, but you get the monitor style cushy, like sticky. It's kind of like a, let's see if I can get it to focus. It's not focus, there we go. So, there's what the outside looks like. And right now I have the tip on there. That's more like a monitor. style than the typical rubberized earbud like that one. Okay, so the reason I have these on here is these tips for me isolate the sound and allow the actual unit to place itself in my ear in such a way that it creates percussion like a bass. So these work best, but being that they're monitor style ear buds, I would not recommend these for the gym because once you get this type of a tip sweaty, it's lights out. It's not going to be a good thing. Let me zoom back out here. Sorry. Let's do that. My bad. So if you're going to use these for the gym, you're probably going to want to try and use one of the rubberized tips. They are not rated in like the Jaybird runs would be or anything like that, like IP 68 or what have you, but I didn't have any problems when I was using them in the gym, sweating in them. But the problem I did have, sweating in them, and this is why I have these cheapos here. These are just a cheap knockoff, not even a knockoff, it's just a Amazon Chinese deal with the magnetized tips here. I would still, for me, I'm still going to use these in the gym because here's why. If they're wrapped around the back of your neck and one of them falls out of your ear because you're doing whatever, running, or you got weight over your head, what have you, it's not going to fall out and hit the floor. Okay, it's going to hang on the back of your neck and you're not going to lose them. Even if you put the strap in front of your neck, like I tend to do, and one falls out, the other one typically will stay in your ear and will keep them from falling onto the ground. So that brings me to my biggest issue with these, and for that matter, any truly wireless earbuds, is, and I've had this happen when I was in the gym, and it instantly made me think about all the other places that this could happen. There's a feature on some other truly wireless buds. I think the Bose have it. There's another one I know has it, but they have like Find My Earbud. So if you lose one, you can go on the app. This also has an app, B&O Play app. But you can go on the app and you can actually locate the lost earbud. These don't have that. The new ones don't have that. But what I'm getting to is, if one of these falls out of your ear and it hits the ground, I'm not the biggest germaphobe in the world, but I'm also a bit realistic with regard to the fact that these are going into my ear canal. And when one falls out of my ear in the gym, okay, you can find it, you can kind of clean it if you want to, if it looks like it picked up something. But let's say you're using these on an airplane and for some reason it gets knocked out of your ear because some jackass is trying to put something that's too big to fit in the overhead, and it hits you in the head, and it pops out and it rolls down the aisle of the airplane. And if you're lucky enough to find it, when you find it, it's all full of whatever the hell is on the airplane floor. I'm not putting it back in my ear, okay? Now, if you have one of these jobs, one of these guys, whether you're in the gym or in an airplane scenario, these are not going to they're not going to find their way onto the floor. So that's one of the things I wanted to point out in what is usually a long video for me. We're 11 minutes in, and I finally got the biggest gripe and the biggest reason that I don't like these out of the way. What I do like about them is they do sound good. They sound way better than the $20 Jobs that have a strap. These are Aukey, I think, brand with the wings, and the wings tend to be quite helpful when it comes to keeping them in your ear. These do not have anything like that. But because they do fit pretty deep into your ear, you don't tend to need the wings as much. It's not focusing. My apologies for that. There we go. So you don't tend to need the wings as much because of the way that they do fit into your ear. They fit pretty snugly in your ear. So they do sound great for an earbud. So getting back to that airplane example, I'd imagine that if you're on the airplane, if you're on a plane, you're on a train, you're commuting, you're probably gonna have a set of Bose QC35s version 1 or version 2, or you're gonna have a set of the Sennheiser Momentums 2.0s or the Sennheiser HD1s, which are essentially the Momentums but with a different name, or any of the other, or the Sonys. I won't even try to say what the hell the name of the Sonys are. MDX 1066, I don't remember. But you're going to have cans over your ears if you really want noise isolation. These do a pretty good job of noise isolation, but not outstanding. But because they do fit into your ear, like a monitor would, versus these cheapo earbuds, they are going to isolate more sound. That's for sure. I'll give them that. And because of that, they also do sound better. But am I paying $350 for this? Hell no. Hell no. No. Do I, with the dented box, paying $120? I think that's even a bit too much, because I'm likely not to use these, at least not in the gym. I'm going to go back to using one of these, actually. One of my favorite ones for the gym are, I'll put links to all these in the description. And oh my god, these are actually appear to be on. But these are the Sony. See if we can maybe zoom in, or yeah, it'll focus. They're the Sony Extra Bass, and they do look a little funky because of their size. They do look a little goofy for sure. Let me zoom in real quick. Move the box out of the way. Don't need to see that. Okay, getting back to the Sonys here. There we go. So the Sonys had the wings. I believe in the box you can take the wing off and just use a tip. But the rubber tip with the wing works excellently, and these sound really, really good. And being that they're currently on, let me turn them off. It's actually how you pair them if you're curious, and it's also how you turn them off. Is you push, click and hold. There, you see those buttons. I think you can see them. The back, forward, and connect. So anyway, but this is not a review of what is now tied into a knot. Untie these. These are actually my go-to if I really want to have some better sound than these cheapo $20 Jobs. these you can usually find on sale for about $23, but I think they retail for $50 actually. So if you're interested in these at all, you want to wait and see if you can score them on a deal, lightning deal on Amazon or something like that. But point being is, this all depends on your application. And I would argue that if you're just looking for something to be convenient, to make phone calls, to make quick phone calls and quick, maybe even listening to podcasts quickly, or anything other than quality music, I would, and because of the price point, I would argue that and also if you have an iPhone. If you have an Android, then it's a kind of a different discussion. But if you have an iPhone, I would say go for the little dildos that stick in your ear. What are they? The play pods or whatever the hell they're called. You know what I'm talking about. Because they're convenient, they're pocket sized. I mean, this is nice. Obviously, presentation, even though it's not focusing because it's seeing other things. Presentation, this is all leather. You can see the B&O embossed in there. It smells like leather. It is leather. It's luxury for sure, just like the B&O brand is in general. But I don't need luxury when I'm in the gym. I don't need luxury when I need to make a phone call and have my hands free for an hour while I'm making the phone call. I don't need all this to do that. I need this if I'm going to enjoy music. So I guess these style of ear pods are truly wireless ear pods are popular, especially because these look almost identical to the new Samsung ones that came out with the newer Samsung phone. Everything from the case to the actual ear pods themselves. But am I gonna pay $350 for these? Again, hell no. But if you think $350 is expensive, just wait until the two headphones that I compare to one another in the next video. I'll blow your socks off. Definitely blew my wallet apart. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and to everybody that's been waiting for me, I'm back hopefully, and I'll catch you in the next video. Alright, thanks.